Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
In our mission to head off the migration, we end up in some picturesque locations with lots of action. Stay tuned, Cabela's Sporting Dog Adventures fans. Canada is calling as we kick off Season 6. We start out our hunt with Aaron, Mike, and Tim, several good friends that we shared duck camp with in the past seasons. This trip has become a mainstay for us to do every year. When we head to Saskatchewan, we are always covered up in waterfowl. The Saskatchewan cover varies greatly, from ponds to sloughs to cut fields, and this has provided us with great images and memories for years. Our first morning put Aaron, myself, and Pickett on a small pond. We arrived late after being delayed at the border, and we headed off in a hurry as birds were circling the area. After a slow start, we realized that the birds were skirting our decoys. I moved myself and Pickett to the end of the pond, and that put us right in their flight path. On the next bird, we hit it, and it sailed to the end of the pond. This gave Pickett a great opportunity for a really long blind retrieve.
That was all 400 plus in that retrieve. Pickett cheated it a little bit to the left on me. I let him get up on land. Once he was on land, then I casted him over because he was more confident on land. And the bird had actually watched it work to land. And he did a great job. That was cool.
After Pickett's retrieve, our morning flight ended and we broke down our spread. That afternoon, we headed out with a bigger group of hunters to a cut wheat field. For dogs, we had Castle, Nettie, and Pickett, and we were all nestled into a fence line to go along with some very windy conditions. The action on the fence line was heating up, and we were hopeful this would lead to more retrieves so the dogs didn't have to share. Back on the fence line, it was a matter of time before the decoys and the vortex had the birds coming in, and the gun barrels started to heat up. Take them. We set up on a fence line due to the amount of hunters we had in the field with us. We had a cut wheat field in front of us where the birds were feeding, and behind us was a slough where the birds were roosting at night. After a big group of birds, the dogs got their work in, and the ducks continued to roll. Come on, buddy. Oh, my first pintail. As the afternoon wore on, we could tell that the ducks were definitely in the area and they wanted to be in our field. Got that one. Take him. Take him. Here, attaboy. Take him. Good boy. Here. During the hunt, we worked on steadiness with Castle. He had had some braking issues in the past, so we had a leash on him as well as an e-collar. This made it so that we could restrain him and not let him break at all, as well as correct him with the e-collar, and really put him on the path towards steadiness in the field for future hunts. As daylight faded, the birds continued to work our spread. We ultimately wrapped up a great afternoon with a nice water retrieve. Our fence line hunt was a definite success. Attaboy. Good dog. The last part of the show puts us in the fields of Saskatchewan on the last day of our trip. We had a unique setup where we dug our blinds right into the field. I had Aaron and Pickett with me, and we hoped to end our trip with a bang. He's coming back around. Wait, hold on. Round, round. Talk about embarrassing. So it took me 3 passes and about $7 worth of heavy shot heavy metal to take this bird down. He was definitely suicidal and I was not shooting good. Boy, that one took some time. 6 shells to kill 1 duck. I think I don't have to lead him as much because I could get him with a tennis racket this morning. Drop. Heel. Back. Right here. Come on. The neat part is they're working really good. So they're coming in tight, low. We've got the weather to our advantage today. And it's our last morning, so after we're done here, we got to go back, clean birds, and we're heading home. So this is kind of the icing on the cake. Back in our layout blinds, our Saskatchewan weather continued and the birds began to flare. This was our second day hunting in this spot. Several times we changed around our spread to try to give the birds a different look. Pick. Pick. At one point, Aaron and I were both out of our blinds moving the spread around. This didn't bother 2 geese that came right in with 2 guys walking around on the decoys. We've moved our spread 3 times, moved the camera, moved hunters, moved the vortex, took the vortex down, put the vortex up. But those birds worked really nice. That was cool. I think that's the end of our hunt. It's the end of our trip to Saskatchewan. Aaron, thanks for coming out with us.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
It's been fun.
That was a good hunt. Picket did nice. Well, now we got to pick up. Saskatchewan is one of my favorite hunts every year. This was the end to a fun and very productive trip.
If you're looking for a puppy
Training
or want to use one of our stud dogs, contact us
at soggyacres.com.